Okay, so this is the second part of the notes, and so in this video we're going to talk about the cone. And like we've talked about in class before, anything with a circular base just makes our life easier, and the cone is no exception to that. So to define it, a cone is a non-polyhedron. Okay, in other words, it's not composed of polygons, so no sides and no angles. Okay, and it has a circle as the base and lateral faces that slants to meet up at an apex or a vertex, just like a pyramid. Okay, so the volume of a cone is the same as the volume of the pyramid. It's 1/3 area of the base times height. Okay, but luckily for us, the area of the base is just a circle. We know the area of a circle is pi r squared. So we can rewrite this as 1/3 pi r squared times h. Okay, now the lateral area, just like before, is 1/2 perimeter of the base times slant height. Okay, but now our lateral area is 1/2. Because it's a circle, the perimeter of a circle is just the circumference, so it's 2 pi r times L. Okay, well, if you want to go one step further, okay, the 1/2 and the 2 cancel each other out, so it's pi r L, which remember L is the slant height. And then the total surface area is the lateral area plus the area of the base. And if we want to rewrite that, surface area is, the lateral area is pi r L plus the area of the base, area of the circle, is pi r squared. Okay, so let's look at example 2 now. We want to find the volume and the surface area of this cone. All right, so let's look. We have our height here. Our height is 7. Okay, we don't have our slant height. Okay, and in this case, the slant height is this slanted distance right here. Okay, so I'm going to find that before I do any calculations. So I'm going to draw my right triangle, and this is the same as what we did on our pyramid. I know the height is 7. The radius it tells me right here is 3. So this is 3, and I'm going to call this x. Okay, so Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Remember, our c squared is always our hypotenuse, so in this case, our c squared is x. So 7 squared plus 3 squared is equal to x squared. So 49 plus 9 is x squared. So 58 is x squared, and then the square root of 58 would be x. So let me put that into my calculator. So square root of 58 gives me roughly 7.6. So our slant height is 7.6, so I can say this L is roughly 7.6. All right, so let's do our volume first. So remember, our volume is 1/3 pi r squared times h. So here we have 1/3 pi. My radius is 3, so 3 squared, and my height is 7. So if I plug that into my calculator just like that, I get 65.97. So roughly 65.97, and that would be centimeters cubed. So that's my volume. Okay, now my surface area, remember, we can find that by doing pi r L plus the area of my base, which is pi. My r is my 3. My slant height is my 7.6. And then area of the base, this is just pi r squared because the base is a circle. So pi times 3. Okay, and then if I put that into my calculator, I get roughly 99.9. So surface area is about 99.9, and that would be centimeters squared. All right, so let's look at example 2b now. Okay, now we have this pyramid here, or not pyramid, I'm sorry, cone here. And notice it gives us that the diameter, so this whole thing here is 14. So if my diameter is 14, my radius is half that, which is just 7. Okay, so my radius is 7. So R is 7. Okay, now I know my radius, so my radius is 7. I don't know my height, but I know my slant height is 15.7. So I draw that over here. Slant height is 15.7. This is 7, and this is my height. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and calculate my height so I don't have to do it later. Okay, so I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, remember your hypotenuse is always your c squared. So I want you to go ahead and pause this video and solve for your h. And then when you're done, unpause it, we'll go over it. All right, so a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Remember, c squared is our hypotenuse, so that's 15.7 squared. Okay, so you should get that the height is roughly 14.05. So let me write that in here. So 14.05, and that means this is 14.05. Okay, now I'm ready to calculate my volume and my surface area. So volume is 1/3 pi r squared times h, which is 1/3 pi. My radius is 7, and my height is what I just found, which is 14.05. So I put that into my calculator. I get 720.9 roughly kilometers cubed. All right, I want you to go ahead and pause this video, and I want you to go ahead and calculate the surface area on your own. Okay, so calculate the surface area on your own, and then unpause it, and we'll check each other. All right, so my surface area is pi r L plus pi r squared. Remember, pi r L is my lateral area, pi r squared is the area of my base. Okay, so pi times 7 times 15.7 plus pi times 7 squared. And when you put that into your calculator, I got 499.2, so hopefully that's the same thing you guys got.